What is going on YouTube? My name is RushAV, bringing you guys another commentary today. Today guys, I have a pretty interesting topic, but before we get into that, I want to talk about my last video a little bit and why I got a lot of hate. And I want to say straight up, the PS4 is the best console out there. Yes, it's the best gaming console out there. I understand that you guys maybe misconcepted me, hating on the console. I wasn't hating on the console. I wasn't trying to hate on the console. I was hating that the fact that Black Ops 3 was going to be on that console, even though, all the games, all the Call of Duties have always been on the Xbox, and that's been my main console, and I've always loved the Xbox. So sorry for any misconceptions. I was not trying to hate on the PS4. The PS4 is actually a really good console, which I'm probably going to end up picking up in the future, but that's all I have to say about that. Now let's get right into my commentary topic. Today guys, I want to talk about my old boss. Now he was a very abusive boss, and he was one of these older gentlemen that was mentally ill, which a lot of people out there are nowadays, but this man was really ill in the head, and he was just abusive. He was a bad boss. He was the world's worst boss. I swear. This guy was so bad, and he was such a dick, it was ridiculous. So, last year, I was working at this complex in Cincinnati, Ohio, and my dad was the manager of it. So, we worked at this ballpark. My dad pretty much supervised me and working in the kitchen and working outside, pickup, gate, everything in that area. And we had the big boss. The big boss would always watch the cameras, make sure we're doing what we're doing. And he was just a really dick to a lot of us. And he had a whole bunch of different types of celebrations at the park because he had volleyball courts there, which last year was the last year of the volleyball courts. Now guys, on this day that I was working this celebration, it was Ray Malaluga's super party something. It was something crazy. He's the professional football player. He plays for the Cincinnati Bengals, but he was having a celebration at our ballpark, and he was having it at the volleyball court. They were playing volleyball, and then they had tents, and then they had some crazy songs going. They had some cool bands there. They did some fire throwing and all that. Well, that day I had to do a lot for this guy. I had to work all day up until the night, and then the night work everything over there, which I wasn't supposed to work over there. I was supposed to be off at 5 o'clock, but he ended up making me work over there. He ended up making me carry alcohol, and if you guys don't know what the law is, nobody under the age of 18 can contain a open case of alcohol. So I was carrying bottles and all that over there to him, and ended up carrying cups and everything with alcohol in it, like Budweiser and all that, and I'm not allowed to do that. I am too young for that, and he was making me do that. And every time I helped him, he would always make fun of me. He was always call me fat and shit like that. He was just a rude guy. So we got back into where the kitchen area is, and I'm carrying something for him. I'm carrying this big ice bucket for him. I walk past him, and he trips me. He trips me. The drunk bastard trips me, and I was gonna snap. He pissed me off the most that day. And times before he made me mad. Here's another thing he did before, alright? So he had me work outside, I think about 14 hours that day. I was outside sitting in a chair for 14 hours parking cars. Now, I can't drive the car, but I can tell them where to park and take their money because they were parking on his lot, and, that's how it works up there. You can charge for parking and all that. Our park was really close to this, band area called Riverbend. So, a lot of people came to our park, and I always took their money and parked the cars. Well, I made about $250 a day. No, he takes it from me. He says I didn't deserve any of that money. He wasn't going to give me any of that money. So he gives me $50 of it and takes up my clock out card. So I pretty much sit out there for 14 hours when I could have been working for 8 hours, and he ended up taking all the money away from me. And it pissed me off, and he did it twice to me. That was the thing that sucked. He did it twice to me, and I was so mad. I really disliked this guy a lot. And then at the end of the year, my dad ended up getting into a whole bunch of arguments with him and controversial stuff. I'm not going to really get into that, but just say at the end of the day, my dad's not working there anymore, which I'm very happy of. He's working with his own company now, which I get to work for, and I make more than I made up there. So I'm really happy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know there's just a few stories with that boss. He was just a very bad guy. Nobody liked him. Everybody thought he was a straight asshole. He was just a douchebag. He was a straight up douchebag. Nobody liked him because he was mentally ill and he was crazy and he liked the drink. So you guys can put all that together and tell me what you get. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed. My name is RushAV. Peace guys.